TLO, what's poppin'? We are on Twitch. We're not live, but you can leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. Turn on your post notification bells. Let's continue to grow the family from Chicago to the UK, man. Right behind me, you see it. Warning screen, we probably need it, so it's there. Twitch.com is where you can't catch a live stream if we ever go live. I don't know. This time has been crazy. We also got Patreon. We post 5 days. I'm lying. 7 days a week, Monday to Monday, man. Premier League highlights, UK TV shows, UK movies, man. The link to that is in the description. Inside Britain's fascist fight club. Do I even know what a fascist is, really? Maybe I can go Google it real quick. I want to get the proper meaning. Talk to me.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. No copyright infringement intended. All rights belong to their respective owners.
All right. I Googled it. I got it. This video contains...
What looks at first like a keep fit class is in fact Britain's leading far-right force.
Oh, wow.
Training in plain sight. You're about to see many months condensed into minutes. Since the summer riots, we've been watching the group's growth and hearing its descent towards violent, racist rhetoric.
Oh, whoa. Let me get out your way. What'd they say? I don't like the way they behave. I don't like the way. All right. I hate their culture. Then you hate black people. Well, you don't even know what you be saying. That's tough.
I don't like their culture. I don't like the way they behave. I don't like the way they act. It's not their skin colour. It's them.
As the seasons changed, so did the language.
Down, guys. White power.
So did their intentions.
Got about a grand's worth throwing some axes on the way, and I've got a bunch of bows as well.
More than 100 hours of undercover footage helped to tell the story of a group preparing for violence.
It's very clear the racism, the white supremacy, the anti-Semitism is severe. These are people preparing to commit.
A lot of people in the UK tell me this doesn't happen, like this doesn't go on, but I mean, clearly. Anyway, continue.
Acts of violence.
Salute, though.
Cough back to where you come from, you. Can you tell me about Active Club England?
We're about to expose and confront one of the members as we go undercover inside Britain.
Y'all ran up on him?
It's fascist fight club.
Anybody in any club like this, you run up on them solo, they are not the same person. They have to be in the group. None of them stand alone. They're all cowards. 100%. Anybody. I'm not even talking about this. I'm talking about anybody that bands together against any individual, rather be race, creed, color, religion, political view, any. If they band together, they're definitely PUSSY solo. They could never walk on their own by themselves and talk crazy. No, I'm telling you. It's only in a group.
Mid-October, and ITV News is undercover, heading in for its first event.
Alright. See you guys.
Our first encounter with other members, then a walk to the nearby park, the precise location shared only at the last minute.
Turn our phones off, guys. Let's go, 40.
The training is intense, the members are guarded, secretive, but in plain sight. A photographer is here to take propaganda pictures during one of 8 meetings that we'll attend at this spot. Passers-by unaware that nearby, a group they've probably never heard of is attempting to build a far-right militia. Although their views are clear,
I am being racist today.
they'll
I think this has got to be the corniest thing. Like, some of them are going to look back in life and be like, yo, what was I doing? I can't take any of the things I said back But I'm still like, what? A lot of people be looking back at their life and be like, yo, I was bugging.
Develop over the coming months. And for now, they're discussing restrictions placed on their messaging groups after the summer riots.
Mate, getting our Telegram channel banned was so annoying.
So you're going to encounter these things because, you know, we are the target or whatever.
Training is over. They're close to the iconic headquarters of the Secret Intelligence Service.
You've got MI6 over there, actually, which is bad. MI6 building.
Like I said, man, getting a Telegram account was banned was annoying. Well, listen, y'all be super tough on that keyboard. This is why I don't take people when they're angry on the keyboard and they're getting you could be angry and type your frustrations, but when you get aggressive and start saying you're gonna do X, Y, and Z, first and foremost, you're on the keyboard. You're typing these things out. It's nothing in me believes you, and even if I do believe you, even if I do happen to see you in public, then I'm gonna treat you as what you said. We are not friends at that point. Oh, remember me? My screen name is blah, blah, blah. I said blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, you took us there to trick.
They end the session by performing a Nazi salute.
Oh, how cool would it be if they got us with the Nazi salute that we've done, yeah? The Roman salute, rather. And with the MI6 building in the background.
Then off to lunch to debrief. It's in cafes and pubs after training where I
really am curious to people who do this or have people who fall in this. Like, you know how people that go to gangs were missing a father figure, they just wanted to be accepted. Were these like people who, do they have like a similar story? Like people who didn't have fathers, who got bullied in school and picked on, and they decided to, you know, band together. Like, what's the origin story behind it all?
Ideology is spread.
You just reading the internet one day and was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Like this.
Have a little look, see if you want some foreign slop. Even have some. Yeah, like Uncle Addy. Oh? Like Adolf.
The idolization of Adolf Hitler is one of the group's hallmarks. In this post, they celebrated his birthday with a swastika cake. In their private group on Telegram, the rules are reiterated. Asked if Turks are permitted to join, an organizer says, Turks are non-white, we would not accept them.
Incitement to violence. So that it's very clear the racism, the white supremacy, the anti-Semitism is severe.
Neil Basu is the former head of UK counter-terrorism police.
From what I've heard from your filming so far is these are people preparing to commit acts of violence.
For years, a key figure at moments of national...
It would kind of seem like that way. What they gearing up for?
Crisis.
Policing lead for counter-terrorism.
Talking about club. What y'all, the Boy Scouts Club? That ain't it.
Now reviewed segments of our footage, and he's concerned.
Some of the stuff they're saying would breach hate crime legislation and public order legislation
100%.
Without a doubt. But they're clearly being coached in how to stay the right side of the law. And of course it's easy to categorise this is angry young white men on the far right, but the ideology of training for a war is an ideology we've seen in other extremist types.
See it, say it, thought it.
A week after training in Vauxhall, and we're invited to another session near Milton Keynes. We're driven from the station to a village hall a few miles away, and in the car, the group's ambitions become clearer still.
Who's the youngest person that's applied to an active club?
I think 16.
In fact, when one of the members posted about the issue of appealing to young people 2 days earlier, the response was as close to a mission statement as we've heard so far.
So they out here, what's the word y'all be using? To get the young people to join and do all of that stuff? What's the word? Dang, I forgot.
This is what the active clubs are attempting to do, it said. Appeal to the youth with a sense of adventure and edginess.
They're trying to take a very vulnerable mind and mold it into what they want by appealing fun and looking cool.
Lance, what are your religious beliefs?
In fact, it was Lance who vetted ITV News 2 months earlier. The mysterious leader wwho conducted a half-hour telephone interview before allowing us to join the group.
What is your ethnic background, exactly? What do you think is wrong with the country? How would you describe your fitness? One of the major issues that England and Europe in general is facing is the mass immigration of hostile, non-white, non-European people.
It's an interesting word, hostile. I don't think everybody that's the mass immigration, I don't think everybody's hostile.
Into our nations.
Back in the car, conversation switches to Southport, seen as a missed opportunity to recruit more members.
With Lance only doing the screenings when Southport kicked off, we didn't get to that.
The infrastructure is getting better, and now people are like contacting and we're turning around with like around 3 years.
Hello, mate. Right.
We enter the village hall where the training will happen and discover that alongside the London branch, there are members from around the country. And
wait, where are they? Where are they? They look like y'all remember In-Betweeners when Jay and them went to the caravan park? This looked like the little party area they was in.
During the training, a familiar voice.
I didn't get your name during the call.
I didn't tell you. I generally don't tell people. So, yeah. How are you finding the sessions in London?
This is Lance, the national leader, coming into view here, putting on his shoes, tying
y'all showed his face and everything.
His laces.
Where, I wonder where he work at.
Then members pause with the St. George's flag. Look what happens next. A few perform a Nazi salute, what they refer to as a Roman. But then a warning from Lance, keen to draw a line between the group's private persona and public image. Because arms crossed or by their sides, this is what was published on social media a few hours later.
Oh wow. For that, so they on social media capping, but when they really get recruited and you come in, this is what they really be on. Tell one thing to the media and be another thing in secrecy. Hiding in plain sight.
The group returns to Vauxhall. Training is intensifying. There are now enough members to fill a basketball court. But they're still masquerading as purely a fitness group. Recruits are checked for hidden cameras. They're all security conscious.
What if I wanted to
New advice tells members to buy a secondary phone to communicate with other members and to start using the messaging app Threema, judged the best platform to keep the phone as separate from your everyday identity as possible.
We go to the same campus last time.
So people want to be undercover fascists and go to work and still work in a world where this is frowned upon, but still need to get the money.
Afterwards, they head to a cafe. Remember, it's after training where opinions are shared. And they're growing more comfortable around each other.
Blacks and other groups, they more think alike.
Like hive minds, you mean like that?
With whites, we're all
they have a group identity. That's not happening.
White people are more conflicting with each other.
I think white people are more intellectual than...
They make false claims that certain iconic African Americans have white heritage in order to explain their talent.
I'm sorry. Wait, I think Martin Luther King was part white. Martin was full blown black, and wasn't a white in him.
Black
Yeah. I think Malcolm X as well.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Malcolm X. Oh my God. Malcolm X is turning over in his grave. No, he was not.
All the good ones.
Yeah, Malcolm X.
All the good ones? Malcolm X? Y'all like Malcolm X, huh? Malcolm X ain't got nothing for you. Trust and believe. Martin Luther King had a dream. Malcolm X had these hands for you.
All the good ones. All the good ones. Yeah, exactly. They've all had mixture, innit? Yeah, there you go.
Beyonce, she's mixed out.
Even
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson had alopecia, buddy. Michael Jackson's full black. Beyonce, full black. There's just different shades, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're familiar. You know what?
They seem at ease, but their suspicion doesn't go away.
For all I know, like you could be an MI6 spy coming in trying to upset the balance.
You could have a bloody undercover camera.
So you can't say
exactly what was going on. But see, you lack the intelligence to actually, seek it out.
anything
Or really vet the process.
inflammatory.
But they will. Because by the next meeting in Vauxhall, our 5th session,
Well, the New Balances is done. They screaming.
Vauxhall, our 5th session, it becomes clear the group is becoming more serious. They've circulated new fitness standards, which new members must meet within 6 months. Failure, it says, will lead to dismissal. They discuss a plan to rent an indoor gym where they'll be able to bring weapons.
I've got about £1,000 worth of throwing knives and axes on the way, and I've got a bunch of bows and archery bows. Archery is nice. Right, well, that is definitely for when we... Yeah.
Well,
When we what?
that is probably the most disturbing bit of your entire film footage, because that's a person who's clearly
Gearing
armed
up.
themselves. Now, they make light of it in the next scene where I think they're talking about, well, archery's good, archery's a good hobby as well, but they are boxing and weightlifting for a reason, to get fit to attack people.
Like kneeling down, guys. White power. Go that way.
Over flat whites and cans of Coke, they're trying to...
What restaurant is this? I'd like to attend when I go to the UK. Just to figure things out. Maybe that one black guy. To make it awkward for them. Sit right here.
to build a new model of modern white nationalism.
We're here to defend ourselves when the hits the fan. And after the is over, there's going to be a power vacuum. And someone needs to step up. We're here to take power whenever the opportunity arises.
Support is growing around the country.
The angle is good. Around Liverpool is good.
Liverpool? Oh, Liverpoolians, please. Don't do this. I know it ain't y'all. They talking crazy.
They're talking about violence by the police against black people.
Who rioted for the human?
One of those got shot.
They're talking about violence by the police against black people.
Who rioted for the human?
One of those got shot.
Yeah. I much more enjoy it when they kill each other, because one gets killed, the other gets life. So it's like two birds with one stone.
And if we didn't have black people, we'd be in a better situation without police. We could just kill them. We'd drive them out ourselves.
I don't know about the. I don't know about how the economy would be without. You know what I'm saying?
They tell extremely offensive jokes, racist and anti-Semitic. We're showing you elements of these exchanges to illustrate the nature of the group's beliefs.
What's the difference between a Jew and a dollar? Come on. Who knows?
Their punchline is a repulsive insult to victims of the Holocaust. They don't hide that they're white supremacists.
In the summer, I need you to bring wood and your white goods, please.
I'll bring an axe. I'll bring an axe.
An axe, yeah.
If anyone wants to know, this is what we're about. It's Rise Above movement.
Active Club was founded 4 years ago.
Oh, that's them right there on cam, huh?
By Robert Rondo, a far-right activist in the US, who fled the country after being accused of rioting.
Oh, from what they just said in that little pub, the people that was rioting was X, Y, and Z. But seems to be something else.
Eventually he was found and arrested in Romania, and for years he's been trying to spread his network elsewhere. But listen to this. It's Rondo in conversation in a podcast with a British man called Alex Davis.
I'm here with Alex Davis. He is one of the founders, co-founders of National Action.
National Action, a white supremacist group which was outlawed in Britain.
So let's have some fun. Come on, fascism equals fun.
This is crazy, low-key, because I don't even be on this side of the reaction world or looking at this stuff, because it's like, I have better things to do, but I guess it's like, you know, you got to know what's out there. You got to stay educated about every possible situation that you could be in, you know?
Fun. It gives us...
I still always will think these type of people, even if, no matter what side of the wheel it's on, white, black, Puerto Rican, anybody, I always think there was some type of bullying involved. Like, you had to get bullied. Somebody had to take your girl. Somebody of the people you hate, they gotta take your girl, bullied you. Or not, maybe not even bullied you. Like, you picked a fight and they won. They got a promotion over you. Like, so what triggered this?
It gives us a sense of living, a sense of purpose.
My proudest moment was dismantling National Action, persuading a government that they needed to be proscribed after their horrendous belittling of the Joe Cogs murder. I mean, she was the very best of us and they were the very worst.
Alex, from ITV, can you tell me about National Action?
6 years ago, we tracked him down.
Can you tell me about National Action?
6 years ago, we tracked him down in Swansea. In the years since, both he and Rondo have been jailed. But here's a link between the men, between Active Club and Britain's first far-right terrorist network.
December 2000. Oh, this is recent.
1 week before Christmas, members gather again. Not for training this time, because Active Club is a social movement too. Looks like after work drinks. But
oh, this can't be good.
There's a new face in the crowd. A flat cap, a sparse beard and easy energy. He's making friends fast and introduces himself simply as Glenn. Already at the head of the pack as they walk towards another pub. Beers, burgers and bigotry are where the night continues. Tongues are loosened, and yet there's still something Glenn is holding back from the group. Because his real name is Jay Barlow, and 2 months before he was first recorded by ITV News, he stood before a magistrate receiving a suspended sentence for possession of a knife and a racist offence against a police officer. So, he joined Active Club while under probation conditions.
Oh, he gonna definitely get them jammed up.
Discusses firearms with some of the others.
As you see in like France and Germany, it's easy to get things like AKs and like big propaganda.
Yeah, they're on the black market.
It's hard to get.
You can get hold of them. It's just annoying to get hold of. A lot of people are 3D printing that.
Yeah.
Right. We've also discovered that back in 2018, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison for trying to stab a man in a supermarket knife attack.
Oh, he was just outside. Was it like a racially fueled one or not?
And what impact has his sentence had on his behaviour? Well, in the new year, 2 months after he was sentenced, he shared a video with other members of the group.
That's what I thought, you f***ing nerd. Go back to where you come from, you kid.
Abusing and chasing a young stranger who isn't white.
We locked eyes as I was walking back from the gym, and he made a funny face at me.
Later, he sends voice notes to explain what happened.
I've got an especially short temper for the non-whites. I've got zero tolerance for them.
10 days since he posted the video, he's joined the group's next training session.
I bet an Albanian guy in the face once.
And he's still talking.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Brother, you're in the UK. Don't let them Albanians really get to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
about it.
I couldn't hit the geezer because we was on the main high road.
He's proud, perhaps even energized, retelling the story to members, almost word for word.
He himself. He was like, do you remember? I was walking, but I had my earphones in. I'm marching in the gym, and we've locked tires. And as I'm coming out, the guys look round at me like this. I thought, you're taking right, come here. He like run over the road. He cornered himself in like some tower block. Let's have it then, where? He's gone. No.
Well, I don't think black people are black. I don't like their culture. I don't like the way they behave. I don't like the way they act. It's not their skin colour. It's them.
It's becoming clear that Glenn is now a significant voice.
The only black I like.
The only black. Alright, because he talks a lot. The loudest person is normally not who they say they are.
We tracked him down. Glenn.
Oh, y'all caught him.
Away from training. Glenn.
On his own.
Or is it Jay? Huh? I'm from ITV News. Can you tell me about Active Club England?
I don't know nothing what you're talking about.
It's a group that you joined, the White Supremacist Network. He reaches for his pocket. Does your probation officer know? We've got cameras too. He sends this video to the group. Tell me, when you said you had no tolerance for non-white people, do you just want to explain what you meant by that?
This should be one of those instances.
Stop harassing me.
Stop harassing me is the verbiage. See what I'm saying? That man that was running, that he was picking on, he ain't want no smoke. That was a little dude. He wasn't even on that, probably.
Wait, let's talk about harassment. Tell me about the guy that you followed down the street the other day. Tell me about your conviction and the sentencing in November.
Well, getting worried.
Why the silence? Got a question, Glenn. Sorry, Jay. What's your problem with black people?
Good question.
He answers with a smile. Glenn, when's the
Glenn got up out of there.
Next training session? Moments later, he posts on the private Telegram group.
Basically, there's a snitch in this group chat. How the would ITV know my name Glenn and where to find me? So one of yous is a snake.
On Telegram, the group disbands. But its members have now made relationships. So what's not clear is whether the real world version has closed down too.
Of course not. They couldn't hide it in secrecy no more. They were being exposed, so they had to, revamp, get it back in secrecy. I told you, man, people gotta really be in a group. Nobody's coming up to, I'm telling you, nobody's coming up to anybody that's a threat, that looks like a possible threat with this type of energy on a one-on-one basis. Nobody's doing that. They're not, none of the people who move like that is gonna do that. In response to ITV News investigation for Active Club England is a fraternal organization for young English dedicated to development of culture of brotherhood. Cap. TLO, let me know what you think.